Good evening. I hope I find you well. Now we're going to sing our little hymns. Sweetheart of Jesus, fount of love and mercy, today we come thy blessing to implore. Oh, touch our hearts so cold and so ungrateful, and make us love thee more and more each day. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Sweetheart of Jesus, make us pure and gentle, and teach us how to do thy blessed will, to follow close the print of thy dear footsteps, and when we fall, sweetheart, oh, love us still. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. That's lovely. Up you go, Secretary of Jesus. Yep, up you go. Blessed Mother. As I kneel before you, and I bow my head in prayer, take this day, make it yours, and fill me with your love. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu. All I have I give you, every dream and wish are yours. Mother of Christ, Mother of mine, present them to my Lord. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu. As I kneel before you, and I see your smiling face, every thought, every word is lost in your embrace. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu. Isn't that lovely? So here we are, and keep an eye on things, our Blessed Mother. So let's talk. Let's talk. How's things with your good selves, wherever you happen to be and whatever you happen to be doing? I hope things is working out. Well, I was up early enough this morning, and by the time I do this, that, and the other, had to put on my porridge. My friend Eamon was still here. He was in the smaller bedroom past the sitting room here, and I am in across the hall in the biggest one. So, but I was up early to go to the bathroom. When I say early, it was about 7 or something like that, 7:15. And he was out. I went, and I didn't wash myself. But in any event, it was dark. So back I went to bed, and then said my prayers, my morning prayers, and that type of thing. My morning prayers, and and the happy repose of my all friends I knew, because I was doing the run for the Royal Life Insurance, calls to a lot of homes, and got to know a lot of people. And then I was in a suburban club in Bray, which was actually men only. It was two snooker tables, and they were very sociable. And matter of fact, because I was calling, somebody told me that and proposed me, so I was a member. And then I was a life member when they did up the place. And spent a bit of money on it, and I paid whatever I paid, to equivalent €500, and become a life member. And I'm still a life member. I haven't been up there for ages. I'll be in Bray all right, but I don't be calling in you move on, don't you? So probably a lot of the ones I knew are gone to their maker. We're all marching up the tree. So anyway, my friend Aim was here, and we did a good lot of work yesterday. And he was going back because he's going to have his meeting his two sisters still alive, and they're marching up the tree in life as well. And his daughter and some of his sisters' family now. One of them is a good age, up to 90 or more, and another one has to have Zimmer or something like that. The Zimmer. And our meeting, going to have a meal in the Ashley Hotel. Turned out, because there's parking there, and there's a lovely self-service. We used to have our meetings there, or our annual meeting, or whatever it was, and I'm pretty fond of that place. But I didn't drive down to it. When I was living in Oldcastle, I parked the car, and I'd go down then and go along there, and I go down the bus, and then go along with the Lewis, and so you were practically beside us. And the food was lovely, self-service, and lovely desserts. And we ran to him. We'd have a meeting there, and yap for this. And now that's been disbanded, courtesy of a fella called Murphy, who's on the exec trustee for the pensioners, and he is instrumental in it there earlier this year, and took a very poor view of his behaviour, quite frankly. Absolutely disgraceful, because you need an association for to be able to communicate. Yeah. So there you are, and so Eamon left this morning, and it was dry enough, but he wasn't that long gone when I was, I had opened the gates and the sun house and all that. But then when I was doing other stuff, because there was very heavy rain, I had to wear all sorts of stuff too. And there was very heavy rain. Then I met my friend Pádraig, and we'd have the cup of tea on a Thursday, meet him 11:30. So I had my chores done, and the rosary, the Chaplet of Mercy, and the Stations of the Cross. And me a couple of videos that I do, the prayer time and Divine Mercy. Then after that, so so Eamon does have porridge, and he didn't bring it. Sometimes he brings his own, but I have porridge, and I had it made for him, and that. So he got away earlier than he thought. He's there trying to be 10:30, but he left at about 10:15. And it was dry at that stage, but by goodness, there was heavy rain. And when I went down, there was heavy rain. When I was coming back, I had to put on a different coat, a kind of a Mac that I have, a longish lad. And the Christmas decorations were up in the local pub we go to. It's very well run, Tom Farley's. And the son was there. They look after us, and a nice pot of tea and a couple of biscuits, and a couple of choc biscuits that are in paper, and good chat, and that's about this, that, and the other. And the local business of the local elections, and that, and we see that Fine Gael was only 37, Fianna Fáil is 48 or 50. And they're a bigger party, and there's other parties that can form a government without Fine Gael, as far as that's concerned. But for Fine Gael is usually making this mess about rotating Taoiseach stroke Prime Minister. Now that happened with Varadkar when they had when they were all more or less equal as regards the number of people they had in the Dáil, and it's not a good system to have in this business of musical chairs, we call it. So Fianna Fáil could form a government with other parties on the left and then independents, but I think Fine Gael would want to watch what they're coming out with. So we were talking about that type of thing and other little issues and the rest of it. As a matter of fact, met at 11:30, I think, or I was there before that, and the tea was brought and the biscuits, and so when Paulie walked in, he was able to dine, and the fire was lighting as well, an ordinary turf fire or logs and that, and it was very Christmassy, and the Christmas decorations are up, and done very tasty, I have to say. It put me in mind I better get things organised tomorrow, please God, because I'm heading down to Knock on Monday, and I'll be staying in the Knock House Hotel, and there's kind of a retreat. It wouldn't be as onerous as the Sun when I was at there September, but it's and the cost is very reasonable for bed and breakfast and evening meal from Monday to Friday. You go on Monday and you get your evening meal, and then leave on Friday after breakfast, the 13th. That's such a looking at some news. Friday the 13th is never a good omen, but whatever. We can't be too superstitious. So bye now, and I don't want to go on too long about this, that, and the other. We'll talk again. I'd like to give a bit of local news. And at the point the curtains there, God, it was kind of dark, you think it was night time. But then I see the sky is brightening up a bit on the horizon. So at night I looked out, I was going to go do something outside. But I said to myself, I won't be bothered. I was going to close the gates and put out a bit of food for the birds, but when it's raining heavy it was. So I think it might be dry now by the time I'm finishing this. And even prayer to our brother, blessed mother after that. Bye now.